some of this might be a little repetitive from what I've heard, but our police department does an amazing job during these extremely tough times. The index crime in Orland Park is the lowest it's been since we started tracking it 27 years ago. Down another 14% so far this year, and violent crime is also down. And Chief, you've heard this many times. Thank you to you and your police officers for all that you do. We were #1 in the lowest violent crime per capita for towns over 50,000 residents in the state of Illinois. We were also rated the safest city in Illinois in 2020. Our department accomplished this in spite of many, many obstacles. There's been a push to defund the police from our state legislators and our congressional representatives. The passing of HB 3653, which tries to make criminals out of our police officers and prioritizes criminals over law-abiding citizens. HB 3653 also eliminated cash bail, so dangerous criminals are released to commit more crime while they are awaiting trial. Of course, it's after the next election that it goes into effect. Kim Foxx is already doing this, as was noted earlier. When she took office in 2016 compared to 2021, there are 444% more accused murderers, 767% more offenders accused of violent crime, 436% more of those accused of aggravated gun possession, and 178% of those accused of aggravated battery out on ankle monitoring. On ankle monitoring, because that stops them from committing a crime again, apparently. To top this off, we keep hearing from her and others about gun violence and the need to do something about it. As we've noted before, our officers are getting an illegal gun off the streets every 5 days. Every 5 days. Because of our proactive policing, though, I'm thankful we're finding them before they commit another one of those violent crimes, one of those index crimes. 1,761% more felons that were in a possession of a gun, felons in possession of a gun, which is yet another felony, are out on ankle monitoring under Kim Foxx, but she cares about gun violence. It gets worse. Ankle monitoring only addresses those that are charged, not all of the stuff that she's letting go and not even charging. We have had to resort to other avenues to keep these criminals off the streets. One of those is to go to the federal government and bring federal charges against these criminals. Here's an email that was forwarded to me, that was forwarded to Chief Mitchell just last week from the FBI, that came from the Assistant U.S. Attorney. Mr. Lawrence pled guilty today to counts 2, possessing 2 firearms in furtherance of drug trafficking crimes, and 3, unlawful possession of a firearm by a felon. He faces a mandatory minimum sentence of 5 years imprisonment. You did an excellent job on this investigation and were a pleasure to work with. Thank you for all of your hard work. This is someone that Kim Foxx didn't charge. Did not charge. And the feds charged. Minimum 5 years imprisonment. And he pled to it. It didn't even have to go to trial because the evidence was so great. And Kim Foxx didn't even charge it. How many other felonies are walking the streets because she wouldn't charge? This was a case that Kim Foxx refused to take from our police department. She and those that support her are responsible for this. They are making Cook County a haven for criminals, putting our police and our citizens at greater risk. Enough is enough. The House bill that we are supporting would allow our department and village to bring charges directly to court if the state's attorney refuses to prosecute a case. The state's attorney would then need to respond in writing and inform the victims if they continue to decline the case. The City of Chicago currently has this ability. This bill would allow others to do the same. In my opinion, this would bring much more transparency to the process, since the state's attorney would need to put on public record why they're refusing to try cases and acting like a public defender rather than a prosecutor. I urge our state representatives to do the right thing and put our citizens first and support this bill.